Well, hello, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to our 6th episode of Big Brother Hogwarts Season 2, the recap, the pensive, the remembrall, the deep dive. We'll just add another title on every single episode as we go until we land on one that we actually really enjoy. Sorry for skipping last week. I had some plans in my muggle school that I work at that I couldn't leave, and it was dumb. I shouldn't have even been there to begin with, but whatever. It was fine. But we are back again this week. However, unfortunately, next week we are going to need to skip because I have another commitment. Not only am I the headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, but I'm also the director of our Muggle College speech and debate team, and we have a show that we're putting on Wednesday. So I will not be able to be here to make the episode happen next week. So we're here for this week. We'll take a break next week, and then we'll be right back to our regularly scheduled program to get us all the way through the holidays. But enough about me. I am here joined once again by my bestie Dustyn. Dusty, how have you been? It's been like a week.
I know it's been so long. This is the longest time I've gone without seeing you either like on camera, in person. So, Bill, I was having little withdrawals. But just a reminder for people out there, if you are tuning in on our main Facebook page for live reality games, if you're over on our YouTube, make those comments come in. We can see your names. And then just a reminder, anybody on the Facebook page for Big Brother Hogwarts specifically, we don't know who you are until I use my phone here. So Peyton, thanks for tuning in already. Peyton's like a step ahead of us already. Like, Peyton, we're gonna get there, okay? Lexi shots are on their way. But back to you, Bill.
So today we are joined by quite a few familiar faces, and there's a reason why I asked all of these wonderful people to return to us tonight. So presented in front of you is our beautiful, lovely pre-jury minus Jack and Benji. Benji couldn't be here tonight. He sends his regards, but a face that you haven't seen yet due to a minor technical difficulty. When we were originally slotted to have Josh on, he couldn't make it. So we were very, very thrilled to have Josh on today. Josh, these three already had their time in the limelight the last time they were here. Let's talk to you for a little bit. How have you been? How are you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
No, thank you. I've been wanting to do it. Life has been pretty hectic for me, but like also great. Honestly, I've just been like working, living, and just I've been really good.
You can also check Josh on the new Ascendant series going on right now. So make sure
I know
you tune into that as well.
Dustin's shouting me out when I should be the one advertising it. But yeah, I'm on Ascendance. They air every Thursday at 8.
So you can watch BBH 2, the recap on Wednesdays, and then Ascendance on Thursdays. Nice little lead in. Well, we're very excited to have you here today. We got a whole bunch of stuff to ask you about your experience and your journey. But I also would like to welcome back Mr. Donald, Mr. Raymond, and Mrs. Queen Erycah herself. Hello, you three. Welcome back to the podcast.
Hi.
How have you been, Don? It's been a little while since we saw you last.
Yeah, been pretty good. We got 2 more kittens because, Amber can't help herself. So we have 2 more kittens fostered here. And we got 2 dogs for this weekend for Rover because she's doing Rover now because we can never have enough animals in our house with the kids.
See, I knew I liked Amber a lot. So
yeah, so there's now 3 dogs and like 6 cats in the house, I believe. So.
Yeah, I'm mad at you. Actually, not mad at you, but I'm upset with you because I was meeting with students like all day yesterday and today, and I was in the middle of meeting students, and the picture of your little kittens on top of each other popped up, and I like froze dead in my tracks. I couldn't like explain what we were talking about to the students because I was like, wait, there's kittens on my screen. So I had to close my laptop. So you invaded my workspace. They're adorable.
It happens. It does.
Well, welcome everybody to those of you that are drinking with us on the podcast, and to those of you who are drinking with us at home. We have a very special Lexi shot tonight. So we are going to do our Lexi shot to ring in our 6 episodes here. So welcome all of you. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining. And Dustyn, thank you for doing this with me every week. It's crazy.
We do have a new individual watching here, I believe, named by Pat here.
Oh, Pat O'Henry. What's up, Patty? I know Pat.
He wants to see how entertaining this Headmaster is. So,
shout out to Pat. Pat played BBH season 6, I think. The org, and was final 2. He was our runner-up. So, Pat, it's awesome to see you watching. Thanks for tuning in. So the last time we were here, we saw the fall of our returning player, Erycah, who became I'm sorry, when I announced you all this evening, I said pre-jury. Erycah was not pre-jury. Erycah was the first member of our jury. Same dreaded placement as season 1, so we couldn't escape the curse. But Erycah entered the jury with a vote to expel, and we went into the next round of the game. This happened immediately after, and it was the last round of the night. It was a long day, and I was very, very much looking forward to this HOH competition, because if there's one thing that I love more than putting on a good show is embarrassing other people while I put on a good show. In this head of household competition, we had to head to the trick shop in Diagon Alley, where the players were looking for gag gift items that were kind of hidden throughout the living room of one of the houses that we had in Nashville. And I wasn't just going to let them look for whatever they needed to find in peace. I obviously had to screw around with them the entire time. And truly, honestly, I actually probably should have invited Peyton to tonight's episode, because this competition would only be a third of what it was if he wasn't here to be his wonderful, beautiful, agonizingly annoying little self that he is, to help me annoy the shit out of them. So it was Tori as the outgoing HOH who ended up sending Erycah home. So Tori had to sit out, and I believe the look on Tori's face while we were playing this HOH competition, he was very, very happy to sit out on this one and watch all of the chaos ensue. So I might not be as prepared for tonight as I usually am. I have no idea what the title of this HOH was called. I can't remember what story we were in. I know it was the end of the second night, and we were all ready to pause because we wanted to party and stuff. So this was the HOH competition where the students had to answer a riddle, and that riddle, the answer of the riddle was the solution, or the item, the gag gift item that they were supposed to find. So I did not test any of this out. I hope it works. Wasn't that one. Not that one. Oh, it is this one. Wait. Yeah, it's the one with Peyton on it. Okay. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. All of these twinks on production and in the cast look exactly alike. I can't tell what these image stills are.
Well, I guess talking about the casting and the people, thank you for everyone for turning in your applications. Bill is carefully getting around to interviews, and we're looking for some extra audition tapes. So make sure you check your email and stuff. Bill will be on that, looking for that.
Yeah, there were so many. So
maybe this time we won't have as many as Bill said twinks on our cast, but we'll see.
Let's get a diverse group of bodies and gays in season 3. Yeah. All right. Can you see all of this?
We can.
Okay, so you'll see like throughout the room, I put pit balls in. There were a bunch of like random objects to throw people off, and I hope you can hear me read the riddle. I have no idea what the first thing they were supposed to find was. Do the 3 of you understand? I'm going to give you a trick item. I need you to purchase for a crowd member. First person to find it, I'm going to stand in that corner and bring it back to me. We'll advance.
Is it always going to be a wall?
There's tons of things in here before you walk. So you're looking for a very specific item. Remember, you don't have to open anything or go into any rooms. It's literally, I want them to have to go in that back hall.
You will know what you are looking for.
Peyton, can you take those balls and from the hallway and push them up? All right.
Talking about Peyton and his balls again, Bill. Gosh.
After spending all his money on travel, Chris is a bit down on luck and dollar signs. He needs an influx of finances. But I love to fuck with my friends. Be the first person to find me a fake lottery ticket so we can simultaneously make and ruin his day.
Oh, God.
3, 2, 1, go. The fun part about this competition was I was kind of making fun of production, and I didn't tell them what the riddles were going to be. So when they all heard their names, they were hearing these riddles for the first time.
You know, I wasn't there. Did you have a riddle about me?
I think we did. I think I made you the stinky farty person.
Go figure.
Where's the music? When did we start playing the music? Oh, here we go. I told Peyton to walk around and be annoying.
So just be yourself.
What were you all doing while this was happening? Because you weren't watching. So what was it like kind of being out of the game at this point, knowing that they were all expecting?
Well, I put them to work during this challenge, I think. I think this is when we started prepping because it took us a while. So I hired some professional chefs here, that's for sure.
That's right. So they were looking and looking and looking. I don't know where all of the riddles are, but they were coming in groups. So, oh, look, there's Pete. So it was the 3 people were looking for one, and then these 3 people were looking for another one. So the person who found the gag gift in group 1 was Amber, and then they were going against the person who found the gag gift in this round for a final round to win the HOH.
I swear I didn't mean to have all these plugs out there, but Josh played a similar game in Ascendance on this last episode. Oh, this is about me.
Yeah, this one's about you.
Oh, okay. I want to listen because I haven't seen this one yet.
Are they facing us or are they facing the wall?
Yeah, face the wall.
Face the wall. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to tell you an item that I need. You do not have to open any cabinets or appliances. The item is in this living room. It is not upstairs. It is not in that back hallway. Are the 3 of you ready?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
All right. Dustyn found himself a little gassy last night after eating too much cheese pizza, despite being lactose intolerant. We ran out of toilet paper in the house while he was letting her rip, and I think it would be hilarious to give him some false hope. Find me a roll of unrippable toilet paper. Does that make sense?
No.
That's a toilet paper that does not tear.
Self-explanatory. That's all
I was worried they weren't going to understand that. 1, go.
Did we mention this was a circus?
It was. I mean, we were like dying listening to him do this. I don't know why he did that. I forgot who won this leg. I know Amber won her leg. Maybe Antonio, I'm assuming. Probably.
Antonio did win a lot.
First person to find me the item I need will just bring it to me and you will advance.
This one was my favorite.
All right. If there's anything Peyton loves more than Taylor Swift, it's choking his chicken.
What the hell?
That's the joke. I've got nothing left. Just bring me a rubber chicken. 3, 2, 1, go.
Did we mention this was a circus?
He was so cute with the way he's
So then
I see that Kyle has liked the video and he's already liked this as well. So thanks, Kyle, for coming back in. Reynolds, as the thing says.
Oh, here you go. It was. Who are the last 3?
Amber, Dewan, and Antonio.
All right, I need my 3 winners.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one had to be about on hell, I'm guessing, unless I.
Yeah, face the window again, please.
Dewan.
Face the window. Face the window.
All right, you've all done this before, so you know the rules. After enjoying on hell's famous bacon, beans, and rice dish for dinner, We were all left a little tooty, except me, our perfect sweet little angel who neither poops or farts ever. But to be in on the fun, I really want to fart too, creating me a little cylinder of fart spray so I don't get any FOMO. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to the circus.
I can't even listen to it anymore. So then Amber was successful, was the one who found the fart spray. I think I hid this one in the center of a paper towel. The unrippable toilet paper, I can't remember where I put that one, but we had regular rippable toilet paper, which was why I was so nervous that they wouldn't understand that they were looking for unrippable ones. And then what was the first one? Scratchable lottery ticket. Oh my God, we got to talk about the fucking lottery ticket. This lottery ticket, I should have made the final round because it took Amber, Lexi, and Kendra like probably 10 minutes to find this thing. And or Stacy literally like picked this thing up, looked at it, flipped it over, held it in the light, put it back, walked around, went to go find something else. Like they could not identify the super lottery ticket. And I like just displayed it on the bookshelf. They were taking all the board games out and looking through all the Monopoly money. It was wild. But Amber ended up being victorious. And she won the fart spray, or she found the fart spray fairly quickly. And then that went right into nominations.
Don, is Amber always pretty good at finding stuff in the household? Say you lose something. Are you going to go to Amber or are you going to find it yourself?
Oh, I'm going to find it myself. She loses her keys almost every day. Where are my keys? By the way, we have key racks on both doors, but she never hangs them there. Both. I have a set of keys on each door. She has them wherever she can throw them on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
She had a little bit of practice looking for, I mean, she took a long time to find that lottery ticket. So she really learned the lay of the land of that living room for that second final round.
A lie. You don't want to know what this reminds me of?
The
Moaning Myrtle challenge of season 1.
You know, I wanted a challenge similar, but I didn't want one that was going to go 1 hour per person because that's how long that went in season 1. But I really did miss the Moaning Myrtle competition. That was so fun watching you do that because you touched that damn egg like 5,000 times.
I'm not going to lie, when you sat there and said, I don't even want to show you it because you're going to be upset. And I was like, where was it? And you lifted up that damn toilet paper. I was like, why? Just why?
And I'll never forget Shiley like digging her fingers around the toilet bowl to look for that egg. I'm like, why would an egg be under the crevice of a toilet bowl? I don't understand. But that competition was really fun to watch. It was really annoying to listen to all of that crying though.
I think she went from Myrtle to Mona to just shut. I think I told her to just shut up like 5-10 times.
So Amber won HOH, and I'm not going to play the video because she's not here, and I'd rather kind of spend the majority of the episode talking about what happens next because I know that that's where we all had the most amount of fun. But for the first time in the entire game, the ragtag team of Ravenclaws took a dip because Amber kind of went against what everyone was doing, using Lexi as a shield and everything, and made the decision to nominate 2 Ravenclaws together. So at this point, she put up Antonio and Kendra. This, I believe, was Kendra's first time on the block for sure, from what I can remember. I think it was Antonio's first time as well, but I don't remember that 100%. But the 2 Ravenclaws sat on the block for the next, or for the Power of Prefect competition. And this competition became a instant classic in season 1. I mentioned on a couple of episodes previously that at the end of every, we call it term, at the end of every season or term, I have the cast fill out a survey where they rank the competitions from like, I enjoyed this one the most, to please don't ever make somebody suffer through that again. This was terrible and you should eliminate it. And this competition that they played, like, pretty much got like an 87% best competition of the game, which I found to be really interesting because as a player, I would not want to play this. I would be mortified and disgusted, and I'd be gagging the whole time. But everybody that played it in season 1 really, really liked it. They all said put it into season 2. So I knew that we had to bring the pies back for season 2. So for those of you that kind of saw our little picture, our promo picture, I put pies on our little banner here, which I normally don't do. But I can tell you that these people in season 2 suffered a brutal, agonizing fate in comparison to the people in season 1, because season 1 was like jam and cottage cheese and whipped cream, still kind of gross, but not bad. This was like an entire grocery store's worth of amount of condiments in every single pie. So I'm going to play a short little clip here with the sound while
before we get there real quick, I want to show a few pictures of this team making the pies. I don't think Bill's ever seen these either. I don't think all of you have seen these photos yet.
I've seen the videos like right after they were made.
Armando's here as well. So let's show everyone the pictures here. We're going to share.
Hello, Armando.
Here. So this here is Josh. Josh, can you remember what kind of flavors you were putting together at this point?
I don't know, because when I started, we were trying to be nice about it, where we we're going like good to bad. I feel like it ended up turning into like bad to like horrendous.
Yeah, I don't think one pie was appetizing to them at all.
So I don't know. I think those were the good ones. I think like the ones that were.
The smaller ones were supposed to be the good ones, and then it went from like good to bad to horrific. So why the hell are we putting this?
Because those trays
were massive.
That was
I
a
think
health hazard right there.
So, of course, our eliminated players were enjoying a little bit of beverage while making these, as you see Erycah here sporting her little drink.
We like to treat our jury and our pre-jury well.
And they're all dressed in style, ready to deliver these pies. So, and then, of course, we have Ray here as well.
I think Ray had the most fun for sure.
And why is that?
Well,
I had been drinking all day.
I was going to say, you don't have to answer that one.
Don, I think out of everybody in this call, you've played them. I'm assuming it is safe to assume that you've played the most live reality games. Have you ever played a game where you've got to actively kind of antagonize the current cast after getting voted out? Like you got to kind of enact your revenge a little bit by making these pies disgusting. Have you ever gotten to do anything like that in a game before?
No, that was my first time in all the games.
Did you enjoy it?
It was, I mean, if my wife wasn't in the game, it would have been more fun. So I was very cautious of my,
And she was one that was consuming the pies. What about for the three of you? Did you enjoy this and you want to do this in every single game moving forward?
Absolutely. I was like, what? We get to antagonize them? Let's go. I did not care. I was like, put everything in. Like, nobody was spared.
Yeah, because last season, I think, Dustyn, you helped me and Erycah helped me and a couple of eliminated people helped me make the pies, but I told you what to do. You had no creative control over what was going in this pies. Mm-hmm. I literally said, all right, Dustyn, I'm going to go run this HOH competition with them in the other house. Let the jury and the pre-jury make these things as disgusting as they want. I don't really care what you put in them. Just put whipped cream on the top so the cast doesn't know. You have complete creative control. And Dustyn must have just been like, all right, there's the fridge. See you in 20 minutes, because these pies were disgusting.
And I think some of the food from like the next day was used in this process as well by mistake. So, but it was well worth it.
I opened the fridge the next day to make lunch, and I said, where the fuck did all of our condiments go? We had like a 3-gallon tub of mayonnaise that only needed to survive 3 days. And the next day after this competition, it was gone. Like we had no mayo for the rest of the weekend. That's how much mayo they used in these pies. I was like, Dustyn, I said use whatever you want, but like, who wants to eat a dry ass sandwich? We don't even have mustard. So y'all went balls to the walls with this.
And they were very specific about who they initially brought their pies out to. Like, I feel like they each had their own little payback to pay at that time too.
Oh, it was wonderful.
To introduce
Well, that's right,
some of these
obviously.
pies to the game. So these are pies made by our lovely pre-jury, our first juror member. Does somebody? Okay, this one looks.
This one's the easy one. So this one is whipped cream, Cool Whip, chocolate, and cinnamon sugar.
Okay, so not bad.
I love that. This one doesn't. This one looks bumpy. Oh no!
They added some special ingredients.
Is
to
it
that one.
the same concoction?
This one is for Nick. It gets worse.
These are all the good. These are good
And
ones.
Nick didn't even play, did he?
Now,
Yeah.
what am I looking at? What am I looking at?
Oh my gosh, these were.
What am I looking at? For this yellow one over here.
So big.
Mayonnaise, sour cream, and a little dash of lemonade.
Look at all of that.
There's nacho cheese.
That whole nacho cheese went in one of them.
Oh my god! These.
Where'd you guys do this?
What are these normal ones?
So that is.
That is nacho cheese at the bottom.
It's nacho cheese with grape
Strawberry,
Y'all couldn't even remember what was in them. That's how it is. So explain the strategy. Why did you, I mean, I guess it was just for fun, but like, why did you pick the ingredients that you picked? Did you work together? Did you all like pick a person to try and screw over? How do we make these pies? Was it communal? Was it individual? What was going on here?
We all helped each other make the pies, but I think like we all had people in mind that we was like, we need to get them and we need to get them really good. I think we all know Maz's story, and I was happy when I saw him in the lineup. I was like,
I think Tori pulled the Frank card
yes,
competition. Yeah.
sure did. And I was like, why?
Oops.
Yeah, I don't think that Tori or Nick like ate any, like they didn't put their face in anything. Like they bent over and then they were like, nope.
Oh, that's right. Everybody did play, right? Nobody sat out in this one? Or did people sit out at this point? I don't remember.
I think it was 6 people.
I do think people were sitting out.
Yeah, I sat with Stacy.
Was it Stacy? Yeah, I don't remember it playing. I know Antonio played, Tori played,
Amber.
Juan played, Amber played. I know that for sure. I think it had to.
Kendra too. Kendra
Oh, and
was there.
Michael maybe? Oh, was it Kendra? Let's see. We can go out there.
Okay, yeah, Kendra was in it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kendra's in the
Nick.
comments right here, shaking her head, and they're like, "Oh,
You know,
And then what makes this challenge even harder, like Kendra says in the comments, you have to find the correct balloon and blow it up to a certain size. I remember a few
I forgot
times.
about that.
Yeah.
We had 2 different colored balloons in the pie, and I had to blindfolded. They had to dig through the pie, blow up whatever balloon they touched first, and hope it was the right color. If it was the wrong color, they had to go dig again and find that other balloon. The jury and pre-jury was having a lot of fun delivering these pies. Did you all put it down in front of the person you wanted to screw over the most? Was that
Yes.
the plan there?
I just put it there.
We had to go and buy all these towels. Every time I use these towels, I'm like, does it smell like pies? So I always sure before I get in my shower. But this one was fun to watch. Some people did a lot better than others. I don't remember if Tori even tried at the start or if he just didn't.
Yeah, the worst thing about this challenge was cleaning it up. I will tell you that. Like, Don had a lot to do with that. So mad
Yes,
props to
good job,
Don
Don.
trying to spray that stuff down as best you could.
Okay, why aren't they going? God, I take forever to explain rules. There we go. Yeah, so Tori just kind of stands there. He was like, no, not happening. Antonio went ham. Amber went pretty hard in the beginning and was like gagging right away, even with the chocolate one, I think.
Yeah, once they could find a balloon, they could use their hands to help try to blow it up.
Did you all want to play this game, or were you quite happy to be the ones who made the pies?
I was quite happy to be the one that was doing the pie because I guarantee you, if I was doing this competition, I wouldn't even attempt it. I wouldn't.
This one, they must have to have the blue one. So Dewan got lucky and found the blue one first.
Yep. Dewan, almost every round that he won, he like randomly picked the right balloon. Yeah, they had to put it through that ring, and once it fit, we let them know. So we started to dwindle them one by one away, and the pies were getting bigger. And even though while the pies were getting bigger, they were getting soggier, which means they kept weighing down the garbage bags. That backyard was disgusting. I'm surprised I didn't get charged anything. I feel like
Don did a great job of cleaning that. So
I feel like we made like no mess at all in season 1, and I had to deal with a lot of pushback from the host, and we made all of the messes in season 2, and they didn't even message me once after this ended. So if y'all want to do a game in Nashville and you're worried about hands-on super anal hosts, let me know. I'll send you to this place because they didn't care about anything, I don't think.
I mean, next to us, they were kind of having a ruckus party as well.
Oh yeah, the stripper.
Yeah.
The cowboy stripper next door. So it came down to Antonio and Dewan, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
it looks like a whole like pizza pie or something.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was the grossest one. And then Dewan ended up winning this one. This was his first win of the game, I think. Oh, we got the cute little picture there. And Dewan wins the power of Prefect and uses it to cool Antonio off. I wish that one of them were with us tonight because I heard through the rumblings that Dewan was really close to Lexi. They were in an alliance and told Antonio that he would use it on him, but if he used it on him and Amber put up Lexi, he had to vote to keep Lexi safe. And we will see in a moment if Antonio does it or doesn't do it. But there's a little bit of strategy revolving around the usage of this prefect power. So if Dewan or Antonio, you are watching, or anybody else who is in the game at this point, I know Kendra's watching. If anyone that's watching that was in the game can confirm this or not, I'm just speculating, but I heard little rumors and rumblings that that's kind of like what it was. I'll use this on you. You just got to make sure that you keep Lexi safe was the deal that I believe they agreed on.
I think you'll see a little bit of the confessional video, not a ton, Bill, to disappoint. I don't have all the tea in it, but there is a little bit of interest of that in the confessional video.
Yeah, Kendra did good. Everyone did pretty good with this competition. I believe in season 1, people were really like looking for that balloon for a while, sticking their face in it, pulling their face out like a kid going in water. But like a lot of people this season, just like, I mean, like Antonio, like went to. There was one point where I thought he was gonna die because there was nothing coming up for breath at all, and I was like, how does someone hold their breath in a gross garlic pie for that long?
Has this inspired any of the 4 of you to go into maybe culinary school and like recreate this dish at all?
That's fun.
Ray, you said that you had been drinking all day up until this point. What were you all doing? So let's explain before we get to like the confessionals and everything, because we're kind of at the end. This will be a shorter episode, I guess, today. What is the day in the life of a juror / pre-juror in the Big Brother season 2 house?
It was a very tumultuous day. I felt like I started out like on top, you know, I had won a veto, and then the next moment I was evicted, and then I was like at rock bottom, super depressed. I like shuffled over to the other house, and I saw Benji, and I saw Josh, and I saw Don, and I was just like so sad. And then Don and Josh went out shopping, and they're like, do you want to come? And I'm like, no, I'm just going to sit on the front porch with my feelings for 2 hours. And then I kind of turned that around and started drinking. And then we got to make pies, and I took my least favorite things like mustard and mayonnaise and made sure to include that in every single one of them.
Well, you had a little instance too. You played a little trick on production saying, I believe it was mayonnaise. You really didn't like mayonnaise, so you put it as your allergy, so you didn't have to eat it. And I was concerned. I was like, Ray, don't touch the mayonnaise. You're allergic to it, but clearly not.
That is what I do. When I played Coco Pele, I said that I was vegan just because I didn't want to eat anything gross. But I wasn't.
And then I had a whole gross food challenge of vegan food for you.
And the vegan food was the worst. Oh, I'll never forget that fucking pepper shit you made me eat. Ugh.
Keep that in mind.
What about for you, Josh? What was the day in the life of a pre-juror for you?
Yeah, no. Once I got eliminated, I was like, big sad as like one can expect. But luckily, I had Dawn to like pull me around everywhere with the. We went to Publix, the liquor store, and all that, and I mean, he was like just great to be around, and he talked my ear off, so it was a fun time. And then this pie comp was kind of like really fun just to do and kind of be involved, and I think everyone forgot that they were eliminated or lost their hard feelings and were just into it. So it's a good way to turn everything around.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Don, this was finally some action for you because you had been eliminated for a little bit at this point. So what was it like? You were the one that was out of the game for the longest, and now you start to get friends, and now you start to get some things to do. So what was a day in the life like for you?
Well, I mean, that part got more interesting. In the beginning, I was doing a lot of cleaning and stuff early in the day and the running stuff, so I was off busy. So this was the first competition I really got to watch during the day. Like I was working usually. Like when you guys would go do something, I'd go in the other house and clean up. So this was the first time I got to watch it and be a part of it at that part of the game. I was very, very involved, like they said, with the jurors and talking, but that was the first time I got to be a part of the game again. So that was fun. I mean, it's always more fun to be a part of the game, obviously. But I made the best of it. I felt like we made the best of it. I think, being pre-jury, one of the things about being pre-jury is finding out all the things you missed and then trying to guess with each other who's going to do what. And that's what, I don't drink, but as the other ones that get drunker, it's funny to listen to you can see their train of thought get further and further away. You're just like, yeah, you're getting drunker. I can hear that with those answers. So it's a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun.
Who was the hardest juror or pre-juror to deal with, whether they're on this call or not on this call?
Hardest?
I don't think we had anybody hard.
Good answer, Erycah. Good answer.
No, but that's the God honest truth, because at that point or whatever, like it just became a part of. We just got drunk and listened to Whitney Houston and like old R&B songs. It was like singing to the top of our lungs at one point. Like, I don't think we had anybody that was really hard to deal with. Like, we all was just having a good old time. And it just became a guessing game of like, okay, now who's going to come next? Who's going to join the family? Who do you think is going to come? And then we had some like real surprises. We was like, damn, like really? Like, wow.
So everything was kumbaya until the round table went out of nowhere. Y'all hated each other.
Like literally. But I think, no, honestly speaking, I think with the round table, we were so heightened within that discussion because we were like literally drunk. I think at one point in time, we finished like a whole bottle of tequila within an hour. And we sent Don to go get us some more tequila. And then I think I sent Don to go get me a bottle of wine. And then I had drunk that whole bottle of wine. So I was done.
And every time I walked into the living room, Erycah was putting in another order to the Don grocery store. It was hilarious.
I don't know if it was just because maybe I was out or too early, but like some people were just like unnecessarily nasty in the round table. But
I think the roundtable got a little aggressive. We'll definitely talk about that when we get to that episode. But, people have opinions about who should win and why they should win. And when you feel like you have an active hold on the game, I think people get really sensitive. But yeah, that was a tough roundtable to navigate.
I have not seen any of it. I refuse to watch it, so I haven't. I heard about it, but after hearing it, I was like, I think I'll just take a pass and keep my good thoughts about all the people that played the game with me.
I think at the end, everybody was happy and fine and friendly, but
honestly speaking, if I could compare it to like which one was shadier, season 1 or season 2, like season 2 was way shadier. Like nobody held their feelings. I felt like with season 1, like we wanted to say stuff, but we held back. Season 2, it was like, nah, fuck this. We just gonna say whatever we want to say, and then that's it.
Yeah, and you were quite the ringleader, actually, from what I could remember, Erycah. I think I was sitting next to Ray and Benji. I think we were like doing dishes, and I turned to both Ray and Benji, and I was like, "Oh my god!" My job's done now. It's all in their hands. So then that leads us to the prefect ceremony, where Dewan does end up using the power of prefect on Antonio, saves Antonio.
Is that our first prefect being used this season? By a not person on the block.
I think that was the first time someone used it on somebody else. Yeah, because everybody at that point had either not used it or used it on themselves.
Hey, fiance.
So then Amber did exactly what Amber said she would never do and play the middle road and nominated Lexi. So this was Lexi's 5th time on the block out of 6.
Boring.
And that led us to our next vote. So sitting on the block in round 6, which was the end of night 2, was Lexi from House Gryffindor and Kendra from House Ravenclaw. So I believe, Dustyn, you have the clip for this one, and I am excited to watch.
Yes, so of course.
Can I just say that I honestly was flipping surprised when I heard that Lexi was being put up by Amber, only because at the beginning of it, or what have you, like she was like, let's make this interesting. I'm tired of this game being boring. And I'm like, that was the most boring choice and most safest choice to put up. I was like, wow.
At this point in the game, Amber was pretty well connected. She had already put up 2 Ravenclaws, so I guess it makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, that speech was... I wasn't happy.
Let's see what they have to say for themselves.
The bitch came off the block. Oh, yes,
ma'am.
Oh, I would have wanted to answer this question.
What else is there to say? Yeah, winning competitions, gracefully bowing out of competitions. Yep, that was a strong no. Fuck no. Fuck that. Can't do it.
That's exactly what Frank did in season 1. Couldn't put his face in one pile.
I could pan over there, and I was like, no, we're not going to do that. Nope.
I'm gonna be known for being a rat bastard. Like I've been such a snake, and like they're gonna know it in the final 2. And I think it might lose me the game. I don't know, but I just need to get there. I need to get there. I've never sat in a seat like that, and I'm just doing what it doesn't matter.
I'll screenshot that and send it to him as a Christmas ornament.
Here, I just want to sit there and pitch my case because I know.
Oh, we forgot to post this in the comments, in the chat.
For my loyalty to the people that I'm playing with.
Post what?
We will be known for trying to bring some humor to the game. I'm not going to be known for winning comp.
Finally, winning.
My social game. You have to be loyal. I've not lied. Even a couple times that I did do a little bit of lying, and you can't play this game without lying. But I've gone back.
I could listen to Papa Pete talk for hours.
I really could.
Working with just about everybody, because people that I routinely was working with, I didn't like feel that I had a connection with Amber. And this last round, she's like,
Yeah, they're doing the Baker vote.
I was like, oh, I am. I didn't know that. But then I've got my breathing currently that I've been working closely with. I've been working closely with Tori and Michael. And
I wish you wouldn't let that cat.
like, so like socially, like working with everybody and not really pissing anybody off, but I'm gonna end up probably pissing somebody off today.
My roommate for like day one.
I just think I've been consistently near the top of like the biggest threats list, so that's not a great place to be. It's not like it's not really like it's cool to be like, oh, I'm the big threat because in past games I've often been not the biggest threat and often an underdog, but here it's cool to kind of be one of those bigger threats. But then on the flip side, it's not really a smart place to be, so it's like kind of goes with the pros and cons, right? So I think for right now, I just think I'm one of the bigger threats of the game. Like I feel like if this was like a Survivor DVD case, I would be on the somewhere on the case, right? It's cool, but not really cool for my game.
The graphics of these confessionals are hilarious.
I know you did such a good job, Dustyn.
Cool, but I think Michael's gonna go for me. Duan's gonna back there. Those two, Michael and Duan. Well, Duan is my boy. I love him. But those two, and when they were really trying to champion for Lexi, and I was picking Lexi until the minute I saw them like lock eyes, and just that was enough for me, and I cannot let them be any more powerful. So
I've got 845s. What I'm hoping not to be known for is to pull off Antonio and then have one of my allies, probably one of my favorite allies, Lexi go home. But at this point, I feel like I can protect Lexi all day, but I do need somebody in my corner that can actually win. So I mean, she can be a number for me, but if she can't win anything, that's cool. San Antonio who's proven himself. I think I have a better shot at being protected by him than her. So I mean, I would feel awful if she went home, but yeah.
Would you though? Would you though?
It may sound kind of cliche, but I really feel like I'm playing great. I'm great social game. And I don't want to sound like arrogant or cocky. It's just like I feel like at the point of the game we were in, Ravenclaws haven't been up yet. There's still 4 Ravenclaws. There's still Gryffindors. So now was the time for them to try to take a shot at one of us, right? And then that kind of changes the game depending if there's one Gryffindor and one Ravenclaw right now. So it is, the game is going to flow a certain way depending on who goes home here.
It's gonna be.
Do I think I'm voting the right way this round? Bitch. That's where I'm at with it. But
Oh, she knows she ain't voting the right way.
Tell us, how is it gonna flow?
For the first time this season, I'm gonna have to vote for Headmaster. So, anyways, with that being said, I'm still going to remain loyal to her in this vote. I'm going to continue. I'm going to vote Alex.
I am casting my vote to Lexi. I'm so sorry. I love you to death. I'm so glad you're gonna play more games. I was saving you, but I cannot risk Dewan and Michael being stronger right now because I do think while Dewan might not nominate me, I do think Michael would, and Michael is over for a win.
I'm gonna cast my vote for Lex. I don't think it's gonna matter. I can't say.
Yeah, I couldn't have done this in episode 5, huh?
yeah, thanks. It's not
Very proud.
God,
I don't think it's a swing vote. When I talked to her, I said I need to talk to her.
Oh, Pete. What a wonderful human being.
So it's one of those issues where I need to end vote with the majority so that I don't get in doubt. There's already people trying to figure out a vote that happened a couple of rounds ago where there were 2 votes that should have been a unanimous vote. Trying to figure out who that was. I think some people are suspicious it was me. It was not. But until they see this, they really may not know. But I just can't get any more trouble with the vote. So my vote is big will be the Sadly.
I may end up with
Oh, okay.
So far as a tie.
But I'm writing with Ravenpaw, and I'm rooting for Lexi this round. I don't really want to do that, but I've been working with Kendra this whole time, and I've also been working with Lexi. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm voting. That's all I'm on.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so that was another close vote. And Lexi's reign on the block came to an end. I'll just kind of show her expulsion really quick. Were you all surprised to find out that she was my cousin, or did everybody put 2 and 2 together?
I had already put 2 and 2 together earlier within the game, because I was like, there's no way that she, like, personality wise, that kind of had the same personality. Hers is a little bit more quieter than yours. So I was like, they have either they're like somewhat close friends or they have to be family members. It's either one of the two. So when I found out that was your cousin, I was like, that makes sense.
I had no clue.
No clue.
I kind of always thought it was a weird secret to have, but no, to each their own.
Good morning. Game time is a hard after some big day. Has finally ended. Congratulations, Kendra. You survived to the morning. Amazing.
Not a big applause. That was really awesome to see. And then we can skip on over to her interview. You all, if you ever met my Aunt Tanya, they look exactly alike.
Y'all can go up after. Lexi, where are they? All right, so we're going to shut that door. Okay, you stay there. All righty, Miss Lexi, bitch, you have been through the fucking ringer today. For starters, the chat has been blowing up all day long, calling you a rock star and a block star and just an amazing rookie. This is your very first live game. What are you feeling at this moment?
Honestly, I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful that I did decide to come because I was iffy about it. I didn't really know much about the community. I didn't know what it was going to look like. But I had a great time. I met some great people. And I would definitely do it again.
So, this is round 6. I think you were on the block 5 times. I think you voted once in this game.
Yes, only one time.
Yeah, so you've been on the block 5 times. How in the hell were you able to survive that many nominations and evictions?
Honestly, I tried to use my as much social skill as I can pull out.
Yeah.
But talk only lasts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not used to playing these games. It's all new to me. I didn't know how intense they were.
Oh my god.
They get intense.
It's like the weight of the world is like on your shoulders at all times. And this is another brand new rookie to the entire LRG community. So since this is your first game, what advice would you have to somebody who is maybe on the fence about signing up or who doesn't know what they're doing or who wants to join the community?
I would say just do it. You never know who you're going to meet. I met some great people here. To keep in contact with them. I know I'm going to keep in contact with them for a while to come. And when you meet new people, if you like it, they can help you join the community. Everyone's kind of different. People like different things, so you get to try a bunch of different things too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Lexi, an absolute rock star. Any final words before we bring you over to your jury house?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Jess. I hope Jess, my best friend's watching. My brother, my dad. And thank you for everybody for the support.
Oh, yeah. Everyone said she seems so kind. She didn't deserve the block round after round. So lots of love your way.
She still talks about the game to this day. She had a really fun time. So thank you for welcoming my cousin with open arms to everybody on the cast. And hopefully we can get her in another game. So that is the episode. Lexi goes home by a vote of, 5-4, ending her reign on the block for never watching Big Brother, never reading or watching Harry Potter. And the only thing she knows about live reality games is me talking her ear off about all of the ones that I've played. I think Lexi did pretty decent.
She did a damn good job.
She did a damn good job.
For a first timer, like not knowing anything. And trust me, I know how that feels. Like and for her to have been on the block time after time after fucking time and survived it, I think like 4 out of the 5 times. Nah, you did a good job.
And it was close a couple of times. Like it wasn't easy survivals for her either, because those votes got a little close. Well, except when she was sitting next to Ray. That was like the safest spot in the house for her.
I still love you.
Sorry.
Whatever.
We have no
Tori
idea
mentioned
about
that too. Like on Tori's like, what will you be remembered for? He said the first backdoor. So bringing back Ray into this.
Yeah. So Josh, what was your time in the Big Brother Hogwarts castle like in the short time that you had?
No, it was awesome. Because I hadn't played a live game where it was really competitive, but like at night everyone was having like a really good time. Like, and I think it's because there was like alcohol and all that stuff, but that doesn't hurt anybody. But
potions.
I meant like
potions.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
I met like some great people and it was fun. I felt like I was able to play till the time I was out, and that's all I could ask for when I play. So,
do you have any regrets?
Yeah, I had regrets that like I said like I was targeting Stacy in the beginning of the game, and I told a few people, and then I got back to her, and I feel like I was like one of very few people who ever even targeted her throughout the game. So like I'm glad she won.
Yeah, you're right to do so apparently.
Yeah, but it was Stacy. Dawn told me all the reasons why everything I was doing was wrong after the game.
I'm sure he did.
and how yeah. So I regret that, and like I learned a lot about myself and like how I played, and like I'm gonna use and using that into like future games and like how I socialize in general. So it was a humongous learning experience, and like just an overall awesome experience. I can't recommend it enough.
It wasn't the Stacy one that got you in trouble though. It was when you threw Nick's name out that got you in trouble with Amber.
Yeah. I knew
you were good with Amber on Stacy. She would have worked with you on that one. With Nick, you weren't getting.
No, when he threw out Stacy's name to me, I was like, "Oh no!" Like you got it. I was like, nah, because you're untrustworthy at that moment. Still like, you're a cool dude, would hang out with you anytime. But in that moment, I was like, nah, bye.
Ray, what were the nights in the Big Brother Hogwarts castle like?
No idea. Don't remember. No, I'm just kidding. They were so much fun. I remember that first night, Josh and I had such a great connection. Actually, the three other people that I'm on the call with right now, it's like, Josh, I regret voting you out. Even though I knew you were going home, I feel like I should have given you a sympathy vote. Don told me a million times I'm going to regret putting him up. I still don't. I think that Don and Amber were the wrong move. I think that if I could do it all over again, no offense, Erycah, I would have nominated you probably next to like somebody like Pete. But I had such a great night. Don made me laugh so hard the first night. Josh and I had such a great connection. Erycah, let's give it 6 more games before I forgive you for not using the veto. No, I'm just kidding.
I still love you anyhow. No, in all retrospect, I'm the type of person where if I'm going to make a move, I want it to be clean, concrete. I know what I was going to do. In that moment, it was people telling me not to use it on you, people telling me not to use it on Lexi, people telling me not to use it on the both of y'all. And at that point, I was like, I was confused. So at this point, I'm just not going to fucking use it, because if I use it, then I'm going to feel like I'm going to regret it. I still love you, though.
Love you too. I'm still so glad to be the only one that never nominated Lexi.
There you go. Don, everyone's saying that you're the hype man, you're the feelings guy, you got everybody to have fun. What how do you view life? Like, what made you so happy? What made you so positive? What made you so friendly? I'm interested in this.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we all came to play a game. Okay. And each game, when you play it, if you've watched these games like you have for years, and I just got into it when I got with Amber 8-9 years ago, but there's the roles are always the same. There's the person that talks too much and gets, just makes a bad impression. There's the Antonio, the one that's being sneaky and nobody's seeing it. There's this Ray. Everybody sees how powerful he is right off the bat. You know what I mean? And so for me, I got into a role that I didn't like, and it caught me early. So I can be mad about that, but what's the point? I mean, it's not going to make anything better by getting mad. It's not, when I first got out, if you remember, I went over and laid down for about 30, 45 minutes, took a nap. That's what I do every time I get eliminated from reality. I take a nap and then get up and just, life is okay. I mean, I went there to play a game. It didn't go the way I would hope as a competitor. But at that point, I make the best of it, because a lot of these games, and for a lot of us, this is a great way to meet people. We've struggled in our real lives to make friends and meet people who we can relate to. And this community, these games give us an opportunity to do that. I wear my Hogwarts alumni stuff around here in Huntsville, Alabama. They all look at me kind of funny, but when I wear it with you guys, y'all look at me like I'm a pretty cool guy. So, it's perspective. My perspective on life was it was tough what was happening, but I was there with, ironically, for the first time ever, my wife during a game, and, meeting a bunch of new people and meeting some people that I'd seen before, and hadn't seen since Erycah. So I thought, I'm going to make the best of it. When the people are coming out of the game, one of the biggest regrets you have is you're running the game through your head. So all we really did was just talk about that. And I was able to share some things that they missed, and they were able to share some things that I was missing. Because I thought Amber and Antonio would have patched things up. I had no idea it was so bad between those two after he did what he didn't use the veto on me. I thought it would be over with. So it was, I took the perspective of, I wanted to learn and have fun. And I wanted these folks to, also experience and have fun and understand that there's more games to be played. I think, especially, I'm looking at the 3 right here. These 3 are all very different and solid players. Ray is new to the community. I think Ray's heard from all of us trying to get him to play other games. Erycah, well, she can tell you, me and Amber have recruited her and talked to her about other games. So yeah, it's the community is what it's about. So I was with my family, my community so it didn't matter. I got eliminated. It was what happened. I never not made jury, so it was bound to happen at some point, right? You know what I mean?
Check it off your LRG bucket list, I guess.
Unfortunately, I followed up with a second consecutive one, but hey, it happens.
Well, we do have to start wrapping things up. It's getting a little bit over an hour, and I know that we all have other things to do. So I do want to end tonight's episode the way that I always end every episode, and that is reveal a clue into season 3. We have quite a couple of clues that we talked about already. We can expect Fluffy to make their appearance. Charms is going to be really important. The audience might play a fun role in the gameplay of next season. Tonight's clue is all Taylor Swift themed. Ooh. Not necessarily Taylor Swift themed, but Taylor Swift-ish themed. We are going on 2 weeks of 1989 Taylor's version, which is something that Taylor Swift is doing to reclaim her masters that were sold from under her nose at the stroke of midnight. So now she's re-recording all of her albums to own 100% of the rights to the music that she wrote and played years ago. Your clue into season 3 is you can expect to see some iconic Big Brother competitions. Maybe even some competitions you've seen on your TV screens this summer. However, it's not going to be Big Brother competitions. It's going to be Big Brother competitions, Bill's version. So I'll let you linger on that for a few months until we get to July to see what competitions from the iconic TV show we are going to be using and how we might just Billify them. So until then, that is all we have for today. As always, thank you, Dustyn, for being a fabulous co-host with me. Josh, it was so wonderful to finally get you on here. And Ray, Don, Erycah, always a pleasure seeing your beautiful faces. Thank you for taking time out of your busy weekday to chat with us and the fans and to relive your experience through the Pensieve. I am so happy that all of you played. I'm so happy that some of you agreed to come back. And I can't wait to see where your gaming futures go. But until then, audience, witches, muggles, and wizards alike, I will bid you adieu. Have a wonderful Wednesday evening, and we will see you back in 2 weeks for episode 7. And we love the number 7 in Big Brother Hogwarts. So BBH episode 7 recap is sure to be one for the books. See ya in 2 weeks. Bye.